Hello, and welcome back. Last time, what did we do? We opened the door to room 46. Is it still open? I highly doubt it, since all the other antechamber doors close every day. But we made it back to room. We opened the door to room 46. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make that my goal today. We're going to try to get there. I haven't even been back to the antechamber in a long time, but it is definitely possible for me to do it. We just need the right combination of rooms in the right places. Let's do the Nook. If we're trying to get to the top, we're gonna need keys, and we're gonna need them early. Not a bad place for a storeroom. Let's do it. I don't like drafting chapel early because usually you're going to have to pass back through it quite a few times. Okay, let's do the parlor here. That will be more beneficial for me throughout this game. I really do need to successfully get this right, because if I don't, then it's game over. There are two statements on this box. Okay, that's false. There are two statements on this box. That is a truth, 100%. The gems are in a box with no true statements. Okay, we don't know if that's true or false, though. There are two statements on this box. They are both false. Okay, that's incorrect. True, false. So that's true, true. Gems are in a box with no true statements, which means gems are in this box. What is that? The logical trophy? In recognition of your unending pursuit of the truth, you have been awarded a logical trophy for winning 40 parlor games. Trophies earned will be permanently added to the trophy room. Oh, that's why I haven't drafted a trophy room yet, I think. Because I haven't earned any trophies yet, but now I have. Okay, well, that's nice, I suppose. Hallway is slightly better here, probably. But none of these are great, truthfully. I want to save hallway for later. So I think I'm going to bank on that, and I'm going to choose the guest bedroom, which is going to make it so I certainly do not run out of steps. And I got a key out of it, which I think was worth it. We could end our day very early here, though, if we're not careful. Let's go outside. The only one we definitely don't want is the hovel. I guess the trading post also isn't super helpful today. Tomb wouldn't hurt, since I believe the tomb would let us unlock the north door still. I don't really want to do a schoolhouse run, but it doesn't hurt, right? It has a lot less dead ends. Let's do the tomb. And I think we should be able to unlock the north lever with that, right? Yeah, let's do it. This is step one. We're accomplishing step one. We don't even need to worry about the foundation anymore. This was the 8th one, which unlocked this door. Yes, that's right. I think once we solve the torch room puzzle, too, we will be able to light the fires in places. Okay. Yeah, here we are. Push it forward. Oh yeah, that's right. This doesn't have... Oh, but we can still go this way, I think. Perfect. That's why this was made. That's why this was made this way, I think. Oh, it's raised up right now. So this does save the directionality of it. Well, I'm glad we put this the way we did last time, so I guess it does actually mean something. No, that's not good. Never mind. Yeah, we need to have access to the other side, I think, if we want to make this work. So we do have to go through the foundation. Let's just pull this back again. And also, what I was talking about earlier was not the actual torture room. It was the precipice. This is the torture room, which we can't light up. But what we do on the precipice, I think, will teach us how we can do that. I mean, let's be real here. I could just grab one of these, you know, but I guess I'm too lazy to do that. So instead, I'm going to go through 80 times more effort. We did waste a lot of steps there for no apparent reason. Again, more things to light up. That's fine. It's not the best way to start the day. But it's fine. We could have done Shrine too and gotten some blessings. We will do the laboratory and we'll look for one that gives us steps. Okay, continue with the experiment. Okay, we will do... Each time you find some trash while digging, a letter will be delivered to the mail room. So that way, if we get a shovel and we do some digging, we'll have a bonus at some point. We'll do a corridor here. I didn't really want to do that there, but it was the best option, I think. We do office if we want to try and solve the other puzzle, the precipice puzzle. Hallway or chapel is just functionally better, though, here. We're going to need to get over to the foundation at some point. Let's do hallway. We can go left and then start working our way down. Maybe get her ladyship's chamber. Drawing room is the best one here. I could have done courtyard for the shovel, but I think her drawing room is better because we can try to draft for her ladyship's. Okay, we need garage here. I do think we need garage here, or we could do chapel and then try to get garage later, which might be smarter. I think that's smarter. Okay, let's do it. It was, yeah, it gives me more steps, and I get gems from walk-in closet. Is there a queen in here? I don't see one, which doesn't bode well for my theory. Oh yeah, that's right, there's the diary in here too, that we haven't found the key for. There's the upgrade disc we never actually managed to turn in last time, so let's keep that. I mean, we have to do Great Hall here, I think. And we'll just not go this way yet. Okay, the right door is going to be locked on this one. So let's do West Wing Hall here. And we'll try to get garage. We'll use a key. Okay, fine, we'll do office. We'll get the gem, and then we'll put in the upgrade disc. So let's see what the options are. Okay, this is a good one to upgrade, I think. Okay, these are good options. This one is not good. I don't really care about that. +2 gems is huge. It's always left unlocked is also huge. Let's do the courtyard. I think in the long run that will help me out a lot. Probably more than the gems will. And then let's do the run payroll, and then spread golden estate. Okay, let's go this way. Okay, no, let's not go that way. Let's go this way. Oh, we don't have to spend a key. Interesting. We will do the wine cellar here, because we can already access that door up there. And I think we'll need gems later on. Then we have 2 ways we can go. I'm going to go this way. That's the way I'm going to go. And we are going to hold off on unlocking that, because we're probably going to need those keys elsewhere first. Chamber of Mirrors is objectively bad here. Spare room is the best option, actually, believe it or not. Showroom. Let's do the showroom. Just because it's the only one that goes even kind of remotely the way we want. And because I can test my theory with the queen. Let's look around in here. I don't see a queen chess piece, but we can still try it out. Seems like a queenly room. East Wing Hall. Easy choice. Let's go down. This one will just get us our gem back and go the right direction. I mean, we got to choose one of these two. I think patio is better for getting us our gem back. Commissary, we have 10 coins. What could that get us? We could get a shovel, which could be good for generating those letters if we make it to the foundation, which we have to play for at this point. Let's do... I feel like we're going to need these gems, though. So let's do patio. Let's take our gem back. We have dig spots here unlocked. Wait, why did I go back this way? Shit, I wasted 2 steps. Workshop. Let's do workshop. Okay, what do we have here? Another C. We've had a lot of C's. And we have nothing in our inventory with which to experiment. Okay, security will be helpful, I think. Right now we will want to lower it. Okay, we are doing good at filling out all the rooms. Obviously, we missed that one in that corner, but that's fine. Did I just... Oh, shit. I just wasted a step. I realized there's a sledgehammer in here that I forgot to pick up. That's annoying, man. That's going to cost the run. I already know it. Sometimes 2 steps is the difference. Okay, dining room would be great here. Okay, yeah, perfect. Okay, are there any... There's the pawn in here somewhere. Yeah, there's the pawn. Okay, we need to go that way no matter what if we want this run to have any chance of surviving. But let's check this first. Let's do a boiler room. It's good for directionality, and maybe we can do something special with it. I want to make sure that none of these doors are locked first, though, because if they are, we'll want to keep going this way and then come back to the foundation later once we have more keys from somewhere else. How many do we have? We have 3, so we'd have 3 doors open. Let's do it. Oh, dang, we have angled ones? Oh, there's other levers for it. Okay, let's write this down. I'm gonna do a little map here. I'm not sure how, obviously it's radially symmetric, so maybe it'll end up in a different spot next time, but I might as well do this. Okay, so there's a lever there. There is... This way will be locked, right? Yeah. We'll go this way. And we will draft the library. And then we'll go this way. And we will draft the dark room. There's no reason to draft the dark room here. Let's draft the kitchen. It'll be important for us later. Okay, I want to know what's in these other ones, but that's fine. Okay, we will go this way. I think it's more likely we get a curved floor plan than a straight one, but we should hold off on that for now. And what we should do is we should go from the boiler room here. And the reason why... Or let's go through the kitchen, sorry. And the reason why is that I need this pathway to work out for me from the library. I also need this path to the foundation to work out for me. Those are necessary for success. So if we can go this way, we can, you know, maybe get materials like keys and dice that will make it more likely for things to go well. How many green rooms do I have in my house? We have 1. So we were plus 10. Or we could do plus 15 or plus 3. Let's actually save these. No, let's use them. What else are we going to use them on? Okay, this is where the potential for failure is high. If I do not draft from here, I'll be screwing myself, right? Because the only other option is the foundation, which there's no way to get keys down there. I don't think. So we want to do kitchen, and we want to find a way to get keys. Perfect. Except I don't have coins. Do we just do bedroom? No, we got to do locksmith here, and then hope that there's a way for us to get coins somewhere. We do have the office, which we spread coins around, and we could potentially get maid's quarters. I think that's what we do here, is locksmith. And we don't go in there, obviously. Then we go library. And we hope we get some good... Well, this might be locked. That's the first thing, yeah. Okay. Let's also read. The history of Ordina, Ajira to a Raja. Okay, this is the actual uncensored version, so let's kind of skim it. The term is no longer employed in the halls of politics, nor commonly known to the average citizens. Memory flickers in the hearts of those who hail from the lands it once encompassed, and many of the elder generation in hushed circles still refer to themselves as Orindians. Yet we must not let the flame of our history dwindle into the obscurity of whispered conversations, nor permit our leaders to enjoin us to abandon the name of our land. We must keep alive the embers of our past and preserve them from the generations yet to come. I'm just scanning for things I didn't already hear. Regrettably, history is not always forthcoming. The surviving records of those bygone days are mostly limited to trade agreements, sales receipts. The black banners of Orindia can be seen fluttering in every hamlet and hostelry along every thoroughfare from Oris all the way to the western banks. A new kingdom was born. The eldest accepted the gift and called this new realm Orinda Ares after the angelic paragon of royalty, Orinda. The youngest, he bestowed upon him the realm of Arch Ares, land of northern storms. As the second era drew to a close, the three sovereign realms had achieved a period of remarkable progress and prosperity. Each of these distinct regions had blossomed, developing a unique character. They maintained friendly relations. Remember all of that. The succeeding generations of their heirs continued the tradition. The third era is defined by the construction of a vast network of railways that spanned the length and breadth of the land, linking the northern mountains of Arch Ares to the southern shores of Iraja. There was a promise of prosperous and bright future that would unfortunately not be kept. King Desolates III was a king who listened to the voices of all of his subjects, the most influential advisors to the humblest of citizens. They censored that part out for sure. They tried to make him look horrible. He was often seen among the people, eating, drinking, and conversing, a sight that shocked not only the gentry in the court, but the masses as well, who could scarce believe that they as peasantry would ever sup with the crown. Yeah, they tried to frame him as a horrible person. Desolates was renowned as the king of the people, and was therefore a surprise to no one when he made the decision to move the capital from the secluded mountains of Reddington to the public stage of Oris, leaving castle and court behind. The people were overjoyed by this choice, and the city welcomed their king with open arms and great fanfare. Yet not all were swayed so easily. There were those that viewed the king's conduct to be unbecoming of his station, and were wary of how readily he could be persuaded by the tears and tales of the common folk. These dissenting voices planted the seeds of a discontent which took root in the lawns and gardens of the nobles of Fen, or as I have been instructed to say, the grand city of Fen. After the passing of King Desolates III, the fourth era came to an abrupt end. Thankfully, the king died naturally in his old age, and surrounded by his people in Oris, far away from the growing unrest among the western city of Fen. So previously just said, thankfully the king died. On the very next day, the 6th of October, the self-proclaimed Prince Learson of Fen declared himself the true monarch. This declaration was bolstered by a surprising number of supporters due to the fact that Desolates IV shared his father's good name but little of his virtues. As the prospect of civil war seemed inevitable, the realm's regiments were hastily recalled from the frontiers to stamp out and put an end to the Fensurrection. Yeah, this is all the same. However, instead of restoring order, what ensued was a savage and merciless campaign against their own people. The brutality of the pacification of Fen did not go unnoticed by neighbors. Together, they leveraged their political influence figures to persuade the nearby realms of Arch Ares and Nuance to join their cause. I remember that. However, even with the tide turning in their favor, victory did not come easy. The War of the Fifth Era lasted 22 long years and saw buried 1 in every 3 men. The black flags that had flown for 5 eras were burned, and in their place red banners were hoisted in honor of the fallen Fen. The few remaining members of the former royal family fled in fear of their lives to the south, forever exiled. Today, the realms inherited by the three, Fen, Ares, Arch Ares, and Iraja, once again stand united as allies. Though the distance between our peoples has grown, our connection to this land remains as strong as ever. This spruce and birch serve as a constant reminder that we all share a common past. This land is, after all that has happened, still Orindia. Yeah, that was definitely censored. Okay, what do we do now? We go back and look for coins, no? And that's what we've got to do. So we go back. We weren't able to reach rank 8, unfortunately. That's fine. Let's go back to the Great Hall. We don't have money for the chapel to steal, but we will later, which is going to suck. So we need to get at least 5 coins somehow. There's none in here. Don't see any in there. We gotta be thorough now. There's 2 here. I see some in there. Okay, yeah, we got options here. There's a sledgehammer we have, I believe. Oh, we got options now. Let's try to get as many coins as possible. We're going to have to use a few steps to do it, but that's fine. We will circle around back to the dining room, I think, is what we'll do. Before crossing the... Yeah, I see coin. I'm trying to see if I can see any coins before committing. Yeah, let's not go back that way. Okay, no coins in here. There is a safety deposit key, which I didn't realize was in here. 149, actually. I think that just gets you a ton of coins, is my guess. And no coins in here that I see anywhere. None in here. This one is like usually on the ground like there or something. I don't see it. Okay, yeah, I mean, that makes sense. We drafted it after we drafted the office, I'm pretty sure. Okay, that's fine. We'll go up again to the locksmith. And we will buy 3 keys is what we'll buy. We have just enough. And we don't have much food left, so we're going to have to advance to rank 8. So I'm going to do that. I should have checked what was being served. Okay, we will do the... all of these suck, man. I can't spend a gem. I just can't afford to do it. I also can't afford to reroll. We're new to the archives. I know it sucks. And we're going to have less options for the foundation then. We got to do it. And we're going to advance to rank 8 is what we're going to do. Let's hold off. Okay, yeah, we don't have a way to do that. Let's use a key. Okay, well, we got to choose this, or we could redraw, but I want to save... If I don't get one that goes left here, the round is effectively over. Let's use one redraw. Okay, we're going to choose this miscellaneous one. Shit. That was worst case scenario. Honestly, that was worst case scenario. Good floor plan pattern, but horrible, horrible trade-off. Okay, let's get rank 8, I suppose. Is this going to be locked? No? Okay. Yeah, let's just do the dark room. Okay, how long? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, but we need to go straight back. Okay, I don't have a trophy room. But those 20 steps are going to be necessary. Let's draft this way. We have... No, we wanted to draft from the mechanarium because there are very few floor plans left that have straight passageways, I think, right? Am I supposed to pool the, what else is there? There might be... Okay, so the commissary would work from the mechanarium. The pool would also work from the mechanarium. Let's just do the mechanarium from the mechanarium. I think we'll have more options that way. We waste some steps, though. That's the thing. Well, we can't choose this. We'd either choose archived or we redraw. I say we redraw. Okay, commissary. Oh, wait, no, it goes the wrong way. Oh, because I thought we'd be coming in from this side. Well, the run is over if we don't get to the foundation. That much is certain. Let's do this. I suppose the other option is that we could try to do the precipice challenge. Let's gamble. Okay. It's not over yet. It basically is over, though. Let's be real here. We don't have enough steps to finish this day off, I don't think. But, damn it, we're going to try. We're making good progress today, though. This is a pretty good run. A few minor things have prevented it from being perfect, i.e., step numbers. But let's do like a little thorough investigation here. Maybe there's like keys hidden around. Maybe there's I don't know what can spawn in this room because I haven't ever really been down in this area more than once or twice. So at least at the mine exit. Yeah, I think we just go through, do our thing. There's one more step. Make sure this is lined up how I want it. No, I don't. I want it lined up with the secret passage. Then I never really have to move it again. It's great that I can't rotate it the other direction. Okay, one more rotation. Okay, let's do this thing. A lot of steps being used here, that's all I'm gonna say. We have no money for the kitchen either. We're probably gonna use another one getting into this section here. Yep. So we're gonna be down to like 3 steps left when we get back. Hey, one of these is open. You're showing the wrong footage here. Okay, I skipped it because we've seen that before. Alright. Yeah, we're not going to do it. We got pretty close, though. I think this leads to the bolted door on the outside, would be my guess. I feel like if I was in this guy's position, I could muster the energy to keep exploring a little bit longer. You know what I mean? Like, he's not really committed. Like, you could go like 20 more steps if you knew you were in this position, you're like, I can make it to the end of my grandfather's challenge and inherit all of this. You could make it work. But I like the idea that he gets like right to the end and he just gives up, you know? Yeah, because we're going to lose 2 steps when we go back to the gymnasium, so that's basically game over there. Unfortunate, but what else could you do? Oh man, kitchen would be real nice right about now, that's all I'm going to say. If we had the south door open, that would be it. Actually, yeah, that would be it if we had the south door open. Oh, I even went the wrong way, though, too, so I was doomed. Unless... Nope, they're both locked anyway. Okay, one final fuck you. We were so close. At least that archives door was a security door. I must have remembered that or something subconsciously. Red House of Cogs. It is interesting to me how the red rooms are the evil rooms, and they're the rooms that are the same color as the government, and then whenever you have a mostly red room, you have like all the red banners on the outside. The like Arch area or the Fen Ares banners. Okay. That was a good attempt. First attempt. That was my first run and it took almost 40 minutes. We're trying again. We know the series of steps. We can do it. On day 50, that would be a pretty iconic day to make it all work out. Okay. First order of business. Foundation. Do a hallway here. I don't like doing hallways that early, but like, come on. I'm not going to draft a mailroom right now. We will do a dark room here. Get it out of the way, I guess. Please be showroom. Nook is fine here, too. We will do a... we'll save the parlor and hopefully get it in this corner over here. We'll do the closet instead. Okay, let's draft whatever random one we want to draft. You know what? Honestly, that's probably fine. In fact, that compass is probably going to be pretty helpful later. Okay, let's go to the... Let's do the chapel and then hold off on going through. We'll go this way. We'll go out the grounds. That's what we'll do. Shelter would be great. I want to draw a shelter. I think if I don't get a shelter, it's very hard to win the run. Okay, perfect. I'm going to go down and grab the gem. Okay, we'll do this corner here and hope for parlor. Storeroom is fine too. We should have done utility closet, honestly, but I'm not too worried about that right now. I will be later, though. I already know, so I should have done that. Okay, we'll do corridor here. Again, wish I could have saved corridor for later, but that is what it is. Now we'll do parlor. We can't afford to mess this up. Okay. Both statements on the white box are true. Both statements on this box are true. If this is true, then this has to be true, which means that this is the true, which means that this is true, which means that this is false. Exactly. Two statements with the word true are false, which that could not be true. So that means that this is false. So it could be true, false, or it could be false, false. No. Yeah, if it's false, false, then that means that this is true, true. Which means that the top one is true, which we already know is true, which means the gems are not in this box. Okay, let's think about this. Let's assume that this is false, false. That means both statements on the white box are not true. Which means that this has to be true, true. Which means that this has to be true. Which would line up with this being false, false. Okay. Yeah. Let's just keep track of this. False, false. Both statements on this box are true. That would be false, which would mean that those statements on the white box are true. I mean, sure, it could be... Huh. Or why couldn't it be false, true? Or sorry, true, false, I mean. If the top one's true and the bottom one's false here, both statements on this box are true. If this bottom one's false, that would make the statement false, which would match with the bottom one being false. But the top could still be true. But that's paradoxical, right? There's no way... Because if both statements on this box are true, that's entirely determined by this last one. Okay, riddle me this, right? Think about it yourself for a second. Let's assume this top statement is true. Both statements on the white box are true. Now look at the second statement. Both statements on this box are true. Couldn't you interpret that as either being true or false? If we consider this statement to be false, then, by virtue of this statement being false, both statements on this box would not be true, which is true because the statement's false. But you could also consider the statement to be true and it would be true. Or you could ignore the paradox entirely and just say both are false, which is what I'm going to do for now. So both statements on the white box are not true, and both statements in this box are true. That means this is the false false. That means this can't be the true true, which means that this has to be the true true. That's what I determined earlier. Top statement on the white box is true. The gems are not in this box. So the gems are not in the blue box. Top statement on the white box is true. Exactly two statements that were true or false. Yes, it would be these two. And the gems are not in this box. Is false. The gems are in this box. Let's go into that assumption. I don't think there's any logical fallacies there. Yeah. But this is a nonsensical lineup of statements. There's no way to verify whether the bottom one is true. It's Schrodinger's parlor box. Okay, done. There is a box here. I have a sledgehammer. Let's use it. Oh, that's huge. That set me up for my entire run. I'm feeling good about this one, guys. Let's do a coat check. We could do the greenhouse method. It's an option now. Let's just keep going up this way. We'll do a spare room. And then we'll hope for East Wing Hall next. We'll use a key here. Okay, we will do pantry. So maybe later we can get a kitchen and get more steps. And also this puts us in the right direction for foundation. Unfortunately, it didn't end up working out. That's fine. We still have the chapel down there. We're not dead yet. We also have... I don't know what the observatory would give us. I have no idea what the observatory would even give us. Let's do... The laboratory has not proven useful in the past. Let's do observatory. Let's just take what it gives us. That's the key. Yes, that's great. And this is Diamondus Major, 5 diamonds. This is going very well for us. Okay, let's just keep pushing this way. Because I don't want to go all the way back around to the chapel, really, truthfully. Okay, we'll do this. Our options are not very open right now, which I'm not a fan of. But we can always go back to the chapel if we need to. Let's just take the patio and get the free... it's just a free room that goes the direction we want. That's what it is. Greenhouse. Let's use a key and hope for the greenhouse. Let's redraw. Okay, we'll do a drawing room here. I think that's the best bet. I'm going to be spending some keys for sure, because we're on the east side and we're far north. Let's see if we can do one of these without a key first. No. Okay, we'll go this way. Yeah, let's do security. Then let's go into security and do the security thing. Exit. Okay. This will be locked, probably. No? Okay, well, boiler room is the obvious choice here, I think. We have plenty of gems for it. Gives us plenty of options. This will be locked for sure. I don't care about that yet. I want an unlocked door. Okay, curious thing I just noticed. That. You see that? I just got goosebumps. I don't know why. Oh, I was wondering what this did earlier, remember? I mentioned it a long time ago. I was like, where does this go? What is the purpose of hooking up power steam to this? I know now. I know where it goes. I found the door down there. I think if I hook this up to that, it'll open that door up. I might find something interesting. Before I do that, though, let's go back. So what opens up the door on the right side? It would be the Great Hall, right? That's what we found that did that? I think that's what we found that did that. Let's not go that way. Let's go south. I'm running out of keys at an alarming rate. I will do the dining hall and will instantly be able to eat. In truth, I should have done it from the drawing room, but things worked out for me anyway, so that's fine. Also, if we have a locksmith, we could get the key thing now. Okay, what is this? If you have a furnace, you get bonus points. This is going to be locked, but let's try it anyway. No? Okay, we'd be protected from the archives because of the shelter, I believe. Let's do it. Before we eat from the dining room, let's go this way. Okay, we only have one option. It's locked. Let's unlock it. We have a couple keys left. Okay, let's do the furnace. We won't be more likely to draw red rooms. And we'll get 10 extra steps from the other thing. That is a bit risky, though. We could also just do the weight room, and that gives us tons of options. I think I'm going to do that instead, and we won't lose because of the shelter. Yep, key required. No key required. Okay, garage. Perfect, 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 perfect. Let's do it. What do we have? Do we have any items anywhere? No. Yeah, I don't see any items. Okay. What about south? We don't need the bedroom. Showroom is kind of what we want to do here. Probably. We won't be able to buy anything from it. That's not the goal. More about directionality. And then we can do office, library, something like that. Honestly, pool. Let's do pool. There's the foundation. Let's keep going down. We will do something. We don't really want to do lab here because it doesn't get us to any new tiles. Commissary would not necessarily be horrible. I think let's do this. This is like the weirdest route I've ever done in this game. Let's see what's for sale. Shovel, key. Do we just buy another key? Shovel could get us more keys than the 10 one key thing. And then we could also buy a gem. Or we could buy a salt shaker. But that's just like +1 step every time you eat. It's kind of pointless. Okay, let's buy let's hold off. We could potentially get a kitchen. No reason not to do bedroom here unless we... I mean, yeah, no reason not to do bedroom here, I don't think. I don't want to redraw because we want to save that for when it's actually imperative. And we got another one. Is that worth? Let's use it. I think it will end up being worth. Yeah, I mean, the only reason we do West Wing Hall is if we wanted basically to do a redraw effectively. There's also a chance that door's locked, which would screw me over. Let's just do wine cellar. Take the gems. Okay, this run has a high chance of success right now, I have a feeling. I'm not feeling bad about it, is kind of what I mean by that. Let's go south first here. Okay, let's not go south. Okay, you know the drill. Oh, we should have rerouted the power to the red thing. I didn't do it because I figured I might drop something near the boiler room that is not... Okay, let's go back up before we do this. Because I'm going to waste a ton of steps going through, and I'm definitely not coming back after that point. Let's reroute the power in the boiler room. I don't think I want to spend a key. Oh, I also have shovel. I should have been digging. If I get a key in any of these, I will spend it. It's my gambler's mindset. Okay, wasn't there one more dig spot? Or is it kind of random each time? For some reason I thought there was always 3. Okay, whatever. I'm going to spend a key anyway. Sauna. Let's do the sauna. Unless I want to do the office here. No, I don't think I want to do the office here, because then it's going to spread over all of those rooms, which is going to be horrible for me. Bunk room would probably give this run the best chance of success, because what would I get from it? I would get 2, or I'd probably get some coins or food on the spot. There's usually stuff. Let's do it. Sauna's interesting. I've never been in it. I do want to go in there at some point, but not today. I'm not focusing on tomorrow's run. I'm focusing on this run, if that makes sense. All right, let's go back. The only reason I'm not just going down right now and I'm wasting some steps here is because I have a feeling, a strong feeling, I should say, that there's going to be something behind that door that's going to help me out. We also still have not unlocked any of the doors yet. So we kind of need to draft a Great Hall, don't we? Yeah, I can't draft Furnace here, even though I kind of want to. Let's just do the locker room. That's right, those are key carded. Let's go back to the boiler room. We'll eat that. We'll have plenty of steps to work with. I went the wrong way. Shit. That's 2 steps wasted. That's going to be important later. Okay, you know what? We're in a good spot though. I'm not upset about the spot we're in. That's why I went over here. Will it be possible for me to power this and then also still get back up? There. No. Oh, yes, I can go through security. That's fine. We also just really need a utility closet at some point. Which I'm going to have to go back down to the chapel, I think, and work from there. So we are going to need a lot of steps here. I'm Okay, we're back down. Let's check out what's behind that red door and do our shit this time. We have a lot more steps than we had last time. That much is certain. Okay, is it here? Yeah, it's here. We have more steps than when you first play the game you start the day with, so... Oh. Okay. What is this? Oh, I see now. That's why there's multiple levels. We want to get over there somehow. How is that possible? I'm not sure. We also could get there. That's easily possible if that is facing that way. Okay. Whole new realm here. I don't know if this red thing has to always be active or if it's a permanent unlock. We'll worry about this at a later time. Because I need a full focus getting to room 46. And I'll tell you guys right now, if I get into room 46 and there's still a lot of stuff I want to do, I will be coming back and continuing to explore the house. The main problem right now is that we don't have the doors that we need unlocked. So here's the series of steps that we need to do. We need to go back to the chapel. Come up this way. Hope we get a utility closet somewhere in here. Remember when I said that would be a problem at some point? Now is the time where it's going to be a problem. Hope we get a utility closet somewhere in here. After we get a utility closet, we need... If we get one, that's the first thing. If we get one, after that point, what we need to do is we need to turn off the power, open up all the security doors. We can change this to high security at some point. It doesn't really matter at this point. We need to come up here. We need to draft a greenhouse here. We need to take the thing from the coat check, which we'll do while we're down here. And we will put it in the spot in the greenhouse, which I think will work. We don't even know if that'll work or not. All of this will become irrelevant if we draft a grand hall as well. That's another option. But it all starts with utility closet. No, I almost just called it a day. That would have been horrible. You would have heard me scream. Okay. There's a precise order of events that needs to work in my favor here. And I have a feeling it will not. Because usually I don't get lucky in this game. And then occasionally I'll get incredibly lucky. But you can't expect a luck to come for you in this game. This would be so much easier. Actually, it wouldn't even matter if I had the fountain entrance. That would still not really help me. Unless the reservoir was drained too. But there's no way to drain the fountain and the reservoir. You could drain the reservoir and then use the tomb entrance. That's a method, I think. We could test that out. And then you could maybe not have to deal with all this foundation stuff. We have a long way to go back around, so we're going to be using most of our steps here. That is an unfortunate side effect. Archives. Drafting the furnace probably would have been helpful over here because, like, I don't think we're going to draft Grand Hall. Okay, where do we go from Den? We go... Well, we could go to the coat check and gamble on that. But if we do that, I don't think there's a good chance that we get the thing back. I don't think we will get the broken lever back to the coat check. if we fail that mission. Grand Hall is a crazy one to gamble on. Greenhouse is also not likely, considering there's only one spot where it could even be. Okay, well, one thing we do know is that no matter what, we're going to the chapel, and no matter what, we're coming back through. So let's just do that first. Never even been in this room yet. Oh, there's a key here. That might have been helpful earlier. Drafting studio. Okay, all of these suck for what we want to do. But this is a room that is very interesting. Select a new floor plan to permanently add to your estate's draft pool. So what I'm questioning right now is, what do I think the odds are? Do I think there are any odds of me being able to get a utility closet if I re-roll this? Or is it more worth it to check out this new room to sacrifice this run? Let's think about this. Let's say I redraw floor plans and, you know, let's say even if I don't get it, I get one that goes left and then I get it there. Let's say I'm like over here. Let's say I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Works out perfectly for me. Get the greenhouse. Come back over here. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. We would have enough steps. Steps is not going to be a limiting factor here. But my gravest worry is that I get this drafting studio and I pass up this drafting studio, I redraw, and I get nothing that's any good for me, and I've wasted this opportunity. But I'm not going to beat this game by refusing to gamble. Okay. We have to take this here. We open this cabinet. Okay, it changes every time. Fuck. So it's in this one. Nope, that's the one that goes this way, which hopefully is not locked. Okay, we got utility closet. Holy shit. The darkroom light is on. The garage power is on. The gymnasium is off. Let us continue. Okay. This is crazy that this might actually work. We have one key left, and we have to use it to get a lever. And it absolutely 100% has to be correct. So let us open this door. I've always seen it in a corner. Fuck. I think that's game, guys. I just wasn't lucky. I just wasn't lucky today. I had to choose one on the left side because, like, statistically, I knew that one of the doors on the left side had already been opened. So if I picked it from this side, one of these two I know is incorrect. If I picked it from this side, both of these I know. I mean, I guess each side also has a nothing room, so effectively it was still 50-50 on either side. But either way, I didn't really have a choice there. It's still not necessarily over. Coat check strats are still in play here. I just don't know if even if I bring that broken handle to the greenhouse, if it's going to work. But what other options do I have now? The exact situation I said was going to happen is what's happened so far. Okay, let's do it. We're taking it out of coat check. We're going to retrieve the broken lever, and we're going to check the... We want to keep the compass because we're going to be needing to go north if we get that greenhouse to work. We are going to check the sledgehammer. Okay. Let's remember to dig when we go through the patio. There's also a key here that we just didn't see. So, well, fuck me, I guess. That one's 100% my fault. Can't blame the game for that one. Unfortunate. Okay, let's remember to dig over here. We could have definitely found the lever over there too. That's so upsetting. Okay, there's another key that we could have gotten earlier. So we could have had 2 more chances to find a lever. Ooh, that doesn't sit well with me. I think this would have been the run if I hadn't been so stupid. Okay, we have 1 reroll, and we need it to come through for us. Greenhouse. Come on, baby. Greenhouse. Ah. Ah. Okay. It's not technically over. I'm pretty sure it's over, but what we could do is we could get the pump room. Then we could draft up. We could draft a couple more mechanical rooms, basically, is what I'm thinking. And maybe get the mechanarium. And then that would unlock this side. That's our only remaining option. Let's use a key. Yep, let's draft the lab. We technically didn't have to use that key there, I don't think. Is there one that will give me steps? An experiment that will give me steps immediately? Fuck it. Permanently add 1 gold to my allowance immediately. That's the only thing I can do, right? There's no items around here, no. Okay, let's go boiler room. Oh, shit. We weren't... Okay, we're gonna have to switch this back. I can't waste the steps. And if we don't manage to make it work... Oh, this is the wrong way. This is the wrong way to switch. That's what we want it to be going to, right? Yeah, that goes there. This goes there, that goes there. Yeah, that's all good. You're set back up. Okay, we need to go dining room. Man, I should have drafted that furnace earlier. I'm gonna go archives. We're gonna draft upwards first. It's taunting me. Kitchen. This is actually pretty good for me. Let us grab the club sandwich and the chef's salad. How many green rooms do I have? I only have 1. Well, let's just get 1 of each of these. Because we have the coupon book, we saved even more, so we can get... Okay, this is when we have to decide, is it best to go back to the Great Hall? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. No, we cannot do that. It's not an option. Oh, wait, we can buy more. It is technically an option. Because we'd spend 15 getting over there. We'd open, let's just assume we get lucky with the 1 key we have. We open the thing. Then we go 15 back to where we are right now. Except we wouldn't go to where we are right now. We would go 14 back to the archives. Yeah, we would still be 1 room away. So it's not an option. Our only option is the mechanarium route. let's go into the archives, into the locker. Let's find out if it's even worth doing this, and if not, I'll use my steps to go back and put the broken lever back in there. Go check. Let's go over to the locker room. We have plenty of steps to work with over here now, since we're kind of just in this one area. Okay, let's use our key on this door. Okay, yeah, we dropped the core yard here. Dig. Nothing. Dig. Oh, I put my sledgehammer away. Fuck. Oh, we could go back and grab that, theoretically. Still have some steps left. Let's do the sauna. Simply because I don't think there's any way I'm winning this time. At this point. I mean, sure, I could drop the office, and then maybe, just maybe, that room down there is a greenhouse. I mean, we could do the gamble. What do we have to lose? Let's think about it like that. What do we have to lose? I don't even need to spread gold. I mean, I might as well. It might give me some extra steps if I find some. You might be able to use the kitchen later. Okay. What I care about... Well, first and foremost, I'm curious. Where's the king? There's the king. Okay. That is locked anyway. So... what was the point? Nothing. Nothing was the point. There's no keys around here. Okay, the only option I have left is the sledgehammer and the trunk in the core yard, which is a long shot, I know. No, my run's over. Let's be real here. But we will go back and put the thing back in the code check anyway. We tried our best. We got very, very close. Everything was going our way until it wasn't. Should have been looking for gold elsewhere. Oh well. Okay, we're gonna be going back in a minute anyway. Let's retrieve item. Let's check item. Broken lever. Okay, let's go back the way we came. We have enough steps to get back to the core yard. Break open the trunk. We have some extra gold, which we can spend on some extra steps. We also never grabbed the gem over here, which I don't know why we didn't. We also never grabbed the one in the office, but honestly, gems are not the limiting factor here at this point. Yeah, we didn't miss any coins, I don't think. Do we want to do... Oh! Boiler room laboratory. Duh. Let's do that. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the kitchen and buy 4, maybe 5, I think I can buy bananas. Oh, I sold them out of bananas. Shit. Okay, whatever. We have 11 steps now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do the math again. Also, we never went this way. Drafting studio. Let's do it. Let's ignore the trunk in the courtyard. I'm glad this came back up, so I didn't feel like I wasted everything. The Great Hall partitioning plan for Saturday, December 26th. Okay. There's probably a safe in there. Every time I see a date, there's nothing on the paper but the date. I think about that. Drafting Strategy Volume 1. The first one. We never saw it. It should come as no surprise the first color that comes to mind when speaking about blueprints is blue, and while it's true that most architectural plans and designs are found on blue paper, it is not the only color in which floor plans are drafted. In fact, originally they were not blue at all. Hundreds of years ago, the chemicals used to create floor plans caused coated paper to turn black when exposed to light. This raven hue, perhaps more fitting to the reign of Horus, was decidedly more difficult to affix an architect's revision edits to, and so blue was proposed as an ideal replacement as had no political ties to any other realms. By the Fourth Era, all floor plans were being printed on blue paper. Over the years, the fear of political connotation deferred to innovation in the use of colored prints eventually became popular with engineers and architects who used hues as a way to differentiate various types of buildings and rooms. Violet prints, for example, are only used when creating plans for a bedroom, while an orange floor plan will immediately inform the contractor that the print contains designs for a hallway. In this issue of Drafting Strategy, we'll explore the different features of each type of floor plan and look at the underlying connections that tie each room to its color. I'm going to kind of skim this since I think most of its information I already know. Architects may wish to utilize bedroom strategies. They're the type who love to explore and backtrack frequently. Having an excess of steps usually affords bedroom enthusiasts with the mobility to be more carefree with their plans for the day. Average number of doors, 1 to 2. Extra items, likely. Synergies, sleeping mask, nursery, servants' quarters, yeah. Indoor verdure. These floor plans are extremely synergistic, and strategies centered around green will often involve drafting as many of this color as possible. The more green rooms you're able to draft in your house, the more powerful their effects will become. Associated resource gems, extra items often, synergies most green rooms, shovel, watering can, yep. Orange passage, the heart of the bedroom is, if the bedroom is the heart of the home, then the hallways are the arteries, serving as diverging paths that branch out to connect different parts of the house. The more hallways you have, the less likely you are to draft yourself into a dead end. Hallway strategies are ideal for the architect who prefers more rooms and flexible options for expansion over pure resources. That's typically what I do. Associated resource keys, average number of doors 3 to 4, extra items rarely. Synergies, foyer, lockpick kit, and hall pass. Never even seen the hall pass. Commissary, strategies that involve generating lots of gold. We usually want to draft multiple shop rooms to expand their range of shopping opportunities. Extra items, never for free. It's not entirely true. I've seen extra items on the floor of the commissary before, I'm pretty sure. Coin purse, coupon book, vault. Yes, those are all good synergies. Negative space. Red rooms are a daring addition to any home, providing a small element of danger that can excite and thrill both residents and visitors. While these rooms come with a certain level of risk, they also offer the potential for substantial returns, as they provide as many doors as they do opportunities. Architects who are willing to take the plunge and draft a red room are often rewarded with a unique and striking space that leaves a lasting impression on those who enter. Just like in life, taking risks can be intimidating, but those who dare to venture outside their comfort zone can reap greatest rewards. Associated resource, vexation. Extra items, seldom. Synergies, shelter, tomato soup, and skilled players. Yes, the shelter is a synergy that I have known well, and the skilled player synergy is crazy. Prismatic rooms. You may on rare occasion notice some floor plans that have multiple or more than one color in their design. These rooms are unique in that they simultaneously share the characteristics of each type of room associated with those colors. For example, a floor plan with a violet or gold border would be best described as a bedroom shop, while a orange and green one might contain a corridor full of greenery and plants, like the courtyard. Aquarium is a very useful multicolored floor plan that supports all of the color-based strategies listed in this volume. For example, it can give you bonus steps for having a nursery, as well as being unlocked for having a foyer. Okay. Mostly I knew that stuff already. I'm just curious where volume 2 is. It's got to be somewhere interesting. Okay. Yeah, let's. Well, there we go. That confirms what we had already figured out. The date. It's interesting to me that we never found this room yet. It seems like one you're supposed to find pretty early. Let's do this. Drafting Studio, you'll be able to choose a brand new floor plan to permanently add to your draft pool. Potential new floor plans. Clock tower. Tomorrow, you will start with one key for each clock room you draft today. Have I drafted any of those today? What am I thinking of? Mail room? Sauna? I haven't drafted either of those. Casino. Games of chance. Yeah. You know it. You know it. Okay. We are going to start gambling. But what we're going to do now is we're going to completely give up on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we couldn't do that anymore. We couldn't do sledgehammer anymore. So what we're going to do instead is we are going to do laboratory boiler room. We need to flip this. And we're going to activate. And we're going to switch to the left. And then we're going to put it back left after we turn on all of them. Because I'm pretty sure turning them on in each direction still is beneficial. Okay, we have power now. All we know is that we're supposed to do 9, then 3. Okay. That has done something, clearly. Oh, the power lines I was talking about. They're on. Oh, ho, ho, ho. It's opening. Okay, even if we didn't make it to the room 46, we accomplished something important today. Oh, that's the, You may access one offline terminal from the network. So I can start each day with security how I want it, right? Or I could just immediately go in and spread coins, and the coins would all go to the one room, right? Or I could start each day with an experiment. Interesting. I already did the successful experiment, yeah. Okay, I'm glad I did that. Let's go back. We don't have enough. I mean, why would it matter if we break open the chest? Let's be real here. We don't have enough to go over there. Is there anything we could do that would be worthwhile to do before the end of this run? Pump room, maybe? Let's think about what the pump room would do for us. We could lower the reservoir, which honestly might be a good idea. Because think about it. If we lower the reservoir down, the fountain entrance doesn't matter that much because we have the tomb entrance, and the tomb entrance leads to the same place as the fountain entrance, I'm pretty sure. So we can give up on the fountain, and we can instead do the pump room. It also has power now. I'm not sure what this does. Reserve tank. Oh, this is the only way we can fully drain the reservoir, I'm pretty sure. Tank 1 fill. From the reservoir. From the... Where can we fill it from? Oh, there we go. Oh, it means from this tank. Yeah, okay. So let's click the pool. No, not the pool. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter. We can move things around how we want. Let's click the pool and let's... Nope, wrong way. Let's draw from the pool. Then we're going to click this and fill up the reserve tank all of the way. Then we're going to go back over here. We are going to switch this to give water. and we are going to drain the pool. Or fill the pool, sorry. It still seems like there's going to be one sliver of water in the reservoir. Oh no, because I can also put stuff in the tank, that's right. Alright, reservoir goes into here. We're going to put it to... Okay, where's the fountain? The fountain goes over to this tank. So let's take this, and we will put water in the fountain. No? Oh yeah, that's empty. That's right. We'll switch this over. Then we will take water from the reservoir and fill up that tank, and then we will switch this over to fill up the other tank as well. Then we're going to fill up the last of the pool. Then we're going to take more from the reservoir. Then we are going to turn this off. We're going to push this down. And we're going to give water to the fountain. Then we do the same with this tank. Perfect. Okay, everything is full now. We just need to switch this back to here and take from the reservoir. Yeah, I think we got the perfect lineup right in this round right here for things to work how we needed it to. Okay, let us then switch this back. The reservoir has been drained, which should be important. I've given up on the fountain door for now. The important piece of information too with the fountain door is that if I draft the tomb, I can just take it from the backside anyway. Or with the reservoir down, I can take it through the foundation with the basement key I'm talking about. So it really doesn't matter that much that the fountain is not drained. In the future, we can drain the fountain if we want to get down there, but I don't think it really matters that much. And that is the end of what I can do today. Let's go on security. Yeah. Let's call it... Well, I mean, yeah, it automatically calls it for us. Okay. That is going to be the end of this episode. I made big progress today. Actually, no, that's not going to be the end of the episode. The first thing I'm going to do... The last thing I'm going to do, sorry, is I'm going to check out the... Oh, Lavish Chateau. Oh my god, look at that. Yeah, there's only 4 spaces we didn't go to. And one of them we probably could have gone to if we had prioritized getting to it, but... Yeah, it's impressive. 147 steps taken, 5 items found, 1 new room, which was the drafting room, drafting studio. Okay. I'm going to save and continue, and then we're going to investigate the terminal building. But then I'm going to end the episode there. Okay, let's go and check it out. This has been something I've been curious about for a long time. Oh, wow. What a weird room. Okay, well, we already have stuff here. So this is the terminal room, or the Blackbridge grotto, I guess. We have 1100, or, you know, what, 000. I'm guessing it's binary. This is off. Curious. One of the three things is powered there. Small data microchip. Looks like it might be able to be plugged in somewhere. Yeah, let's plug it back in. So there's two other microchips we can find. Let's use this terminal. Admin key. Ruot H, correct? This admin key's been deactivated. Ah. He was let go, right? As the driver. And so someone else took his place. Let's try some other combinations of first name, last name. First four letters. Let's do and B. Okay, no. What's my last name? Am I actually Sinclair? I'm not Sinclair. My last name's not Sinclair, I don't think. What else? What other options? Who's the guy from the lab technician, who wrote the letter telling him of the admin code? We could try that. Why can't I remember his name? Let's look in my notes. Did I write it down anywhere? Oh no, I definitely wrote it down somewhere because I remember drawing the thing. Yeah, I found it. Okay, I did not write down his name. Unfortunate. Okay, so Ruot H doesn't work anymore. Yeah. Oh, I'm trying to press escape. Okay. Yeah, Ruot H doesn't work anymore. Okay. So basically, I can't even use this yet until I figure that out. Okay, well, that's going to be a problem for next time. Because this has been a long episode filled with two very nearly successful attempts. The first, I was still a ways off, truthfully. This second attempt, it had the stuff it needed to make it to the finish line, and I think if I'd played it better, I could have made it work. But you know what I didn't do? I didn't play it well. So, next episode, we're going to start right here where I'm leaving off now. And until then, I think next episode might be the one where I do it. But until then, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.